Alright, well, hello everyone. It has been a while. Excuse me, I'm opening up sparkling water for myself for a raw recording time. First things first, if you hear me breathing often into the microphone, it is because I can't help it. I am indeed a very heavy, very heavy mouth breather. Because breathing through the nose just doesn't give me enough air. Or at least it just kind of feels like it doesn't. So, we are breathing through the mouth. Just felt like talking a bit before important things start happening in my life. It has been a bit since I've just done one of these recordings where I sit my ass down and just talk with you guys. It has been a long time since I've done something like this. Now, obviously, I hope my mic doesn't sound too low or too loud. I can't be bothered to check. Okay, I just can't be bothered to check. I probably should, but I think it's fine. You can lower the volume, you can increase the volume. I'll try to keep my voice as steady as possible in the same amount of audio levels as possible. It might get a bit loud sometimes, for which I do apologize humbly and deeply. But with that being said, currently we're playing Stardew Valley. I'm farming for radioactive ore, which I have just recently unlocked. It's a bit of a grind, just going down the same floor over and over again, hoping that you might run into it just eventually. But I want to talk about a few things that late old me always gets in his head. First things first, if you're new here, welcome. This is a rare moment of mine where I just sit my ass down and I share my thoughts that I have going on in my head during more of the later times of night, or day I suppose I should say. I don't know which one would make more sense. But if you're new here, then welcome. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you enjoy listening to whatever I ramble about for like a good 30 minutes maybe. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but yeah, welcome everyone. And today we're just gonna have a good old time farming and talking about whatever the hell I feel like, with the main topic probably being my things happening this week, which is gonna be my throat getting checked out. To those who have not seen the update video I made, which by those I mean no one, I still uploaded it just in case, but I do have tests coming up next week related to my throat, my esophagus. It's gonna be really important, and I'll be gone by then for at least a few days to just rest, take it easy, and get the tests out of the way, see what happens to me. And I'm obviously fearful for what's to come. The first experience I've had was really bad, with them shoving this not gigantic, like this big plastic tube to inspect my stomach and everything. It was a really bad experience, and I'm extremely fearful to face it again, but this time I actually do have to do a thing for 24 hours for them to get the test out of the way, so I have to come back the next day again after Monday, so it's on Monday and Tuesday I'll be gone. And I hope that it goes well. I hope nothing bad happens to me. Obviously, I think that's anyone's normal reaction, because they're gonna be putting a thing inside of my stomach for 24 hours, and I get to go home, and then I have some restrictions, and I have to come back. And I've currently been off my medications for a week now, almost tomorrow. Or well, the 9th, when I have the tests on Monday, basically marks the week that I've had to be without medications for my esophagus. It's been horrible. I gotta be honest, I've experienced a lot of heartburn, a lot of stuff like stuck in my throat, like slime, I guess, stuck in my throat, a lot of it, and I've just not felt that good. Yesterday night I woke up in the middle of the night, like 3 AM, stayed up until 5 until I was able to go back to sleep. So I'm really tired by now, and I do apologize for that. Obviously I'm not as energetic always as I might appear to be. I'm a very low energy person when it comes to being around specific people. There's obviously people who I want to be active around. I want to like show that I'm like invested in everything. I don't want them to think anything bad. So this is more of like a real me situation, of where I just have a good old talk with everyone. And this water's so good, I gotta be honest. This is like the third sparkling water I've had today, just because of my throat. It's kinda bad for me, to be honest, but it covers really nicely for when I feel sick with and without medication. It helps things move around in my throat. If I have like how I would call it, a feather stuck in my throat, or like a hair, and I'd usually take sparkling water for it, and it would eventually fix itself after a while. So it's really nice to drink it, even though it's really bad for me, because acid bubbles obviously irritates my throat more. But sometimes I'm worried to drink just normal water like I usually do, because I had this one experience where in the middle of the night at like 4 AM, I woke up, drank some water, and I just spewed it all down immediately. I just threw up without a reason. So I have a bad experience, obviously, and I'm worried it's gonna happen again someday, even though it's been multiple years since that have happened now. So, you know, it's worrying, but sparkling water has saved my ass nicely, and I'm happy for that. But honestly, I'm worried for myself. I really am. It's nervous. It makes me nervous. I mean, I can't even talk properly anymore, but it makes me nervous knowing that this is like a really important test, right? Like it's gonna be extremely important for me, for my life, and I'm sorry, I'm tired, but yeah, it's worrying, and I hope that things will go well. I think that's a bit of a no-brainer, obviously, for an answer, that I hope things go well, but it's the best I can do, always, to hope, and I hope to keep you guys updated, obviously, when I can. And I don't know. Like, it really does just make me nervous very much, because this is such an important thing in my life, because once we figure this out, what it's related to and all of these things, it's gonna hopefully open up some ideas on what could happen. Because GERD is like it's a really worrying thing, especially because it's chronic. At least the one that I have is chronic, so it's really worrying for what can happen and what can't happen. Because I have no idea. Everyone experiences things differently, so it's a bit difficult to educate myself when it comes to other people, because some don't experience things the same way that I do. And the best I can do is just go through worrying experiments and hospital visits to then be met with doctor's words that might either make me happy or make me sad, and it's really that's why it's so nerve-wracking, right? Because it's not something that everyone experiences the same way, you know? Like, obviously, I can look up how other people experience this and try to compare mine to it, get some type of idea at least. But I don't know. It makes me nervous, and I hope for the best, as I said, and I hope to stay with you guys the best I can with all of my energy in me, all of my strength. You know, I want to try to stay strong for everyone. Obviously, I think that's a normal thing to hope for, and I don't really know. As I said in the video I uploaded last time, I told you guys that I'm either gonna make a YouTube video or a community post before I have the things, and I guess this serves as that filler video that I had in mind. So obviously, if you guys really, you know, I don't know where we're going with this. For some reason my brain wanted to like try to plug my fucking channel or something, but you know what? No. This video doesn't deserve that. I want to be as sincere and just as open as I can be, instead of trying to like, oh guys, I'm joking around, look at me plugging my YouTube channel. No, I shouldn't. I should not. And I should just instead, just as I said, I'm just here to update you guys. I'm just here to talk about things while playing one of my comfort games, which is Stardew Valley. Obviously, you guys are seeing me play the game right now. And after this, I'm probably just gonna watch YouTube in the background with one of my current favorite creators, or a few of them at least, which is just kind of whatever. I've been watching a lot of Mario content recently, which is insane to me because I have not played Mario Odyssey in so long. But I've also been just binging a lot of VTuber content. I know a lot of people hate VTubers and all of this, but I really don't care what you think about them. It's things that I enjoy watching, and I'm more than happy to talk just openly, like, say it. I have no shame in myself. I don't shame people for the things they watch unless it's like really weird. Like obviously, like, unless it's like obviously really weird, I don't shame you for watching things. And that actually, like, shaming others brings me to a topic I had with a friend some time ago. Like, well, not some time ago, like yesterday or 2 days ago. We were talking about like hairstyles because I've been talking about like I've been thinking about like cutting my hair, and we talked about hairstyles and how no one goes for like those really like funky ones from like long ago, like really funky looking hairstyles, like. And we were just talking about it, and I was like, I think I know it's because people don't want to do weird hairstyles anymore because people will most definitely shame them for it more than they did before, when like compared to now and then. And I think that's why a lot of people are afraid to do a lot of things, because they don't want to feel like they don't want to get shamed, I guess. I suppose that's my best way of putting it. They don't want to be shamed, and I get that. It's a thing you should not feel when you want to talk about things you like, you want to do, you know. And that's why I just say things. I just very openly say things because I don't really care what people think of me. I really don't care too much. You can hate me, you can enjoy watching my content. Shit, I don't care. I don't care what you do. As long as you're being respectful about whatever you do, then we're fine. It's all good. I really don't mind anything. That's how life is. Other people might treat you with disrespect and be rude, be angry at you and whatnot, but the best thing you can always do to those people is be respectful. That's the important thing in life. You always have to be respectful. Unless there's a few exceptions obviously here. I'm not like saying, oh, be respectful to everyone. There's obviously very clear exceptions always in words like this. And you should take it with a grain of salt when I say things like that. But if people are being rude, like simple things, rudeness, disrespect, mean, annoying, you should treat them with respect. Because you never know what they might have going on. They don't know what you have going on. They're just doing it because they want to. Usually people bully others because they don't feel good. That's how it is. And the best thing you can always do, as I said, is be respectful. Don't try to bully them back. Unless, I guess it just depends if it's in fun or not. If you're purposely being rude to someone, then no, that's not a good thing. If they started it first and they're continuing, then sure. If it's online, sure. I have a little banter when I play my games. I do it. Because it just happens. And I usually don't put out the anger that I have when I'm playing games. I don't put it out on people unless they put it out on me first. Hell, I've trash talked so many people when I'm just playing alone, playing with friends, but I never open my mic or the chat just to type like, hey, you suck, dude, like, what are you doing, and all these things. I don't type those out unless other people give me a reason to. I very often don't. I just keep it to myself. It's called being respectful. You don't put out things on others unless you're given a reason. That's how it is. But I'm just a messenger. That's how it is. A lot of this video has turned into like a life lesson with me, instead of me talking about my situation. But I think it's better if I don't talk about it too much. It makes me feel a bit easier, and probably makes you guys feel a bit easier too, because I obviously don't want people to worry about me for very obvious reasons. I usually hate it when people worry about me too much. But I don't know. Oh man. I kinda wanna go to sleep, I gotta be honest. But you know what? I still wanna be awake. There's obviously still Sunday that I have until the day that I gotta go do my things, and then I'll be gone for a bit. For you guys, it's gonna be like nothing happened. And for me, it's gonna be probably again one of the most horrifying starts of my week. You know? And I feel like the best I can do is put out at least something still before I start doing things again about my situation. And no, obviously I don't want to use this, like, you might think I'm using this, oh, I gotta go to the doctor, oh, my esophagus, oh man. You might think I'm using it for like pity points or for something like that. No, I'm genuinely not. I just love talking about things that are going on, about myself, about the games I play, about me talking my daily life, all of these things. I genuinely just love talking online about these things to people, and I think that's a normal thing. Like, I think people are, especially nowadays, I feel like a lot of people are so easy to... No, I'm not saying that this has happened to me, because it has not, but it's like, I feel like a lot of people are so fast to attack or jump others when they're like talking about situations or things. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I like talked about this very often, because it's an important thing to me, obviously. I wouldn't be surprised if people were like, oh, he's just using it to get like pity or make us feel bad or something, and I wouldn't be surprised if that ever happened. I gotta be honest. But it's just genuinely an important thing to me, because it's a part of my daily life. You know? It's not part of your life. It's part of my life. You shouldn't feel pity about it. You shouldn't feel sad about it. It's not your thing to feel sad about. Obviously you can. There's obviously moments where you can be like sad for others. There's obviously very clear moments. I'm not gonna start naming any because I don't want to, but I think we all can find some moment in the world or just in our life where we have felt that way for others. And this is not one of them. This really isn't. Obviously, I can excuse the doctor visits because they are absolutely horrible. Oh my god, the doctor visits I've had are so horrible, especially for like the tests that I've had to do about my throat. They are so bad. They genuinely are so bad. But just me like struggling with this on my daily life, it's nothing to feel sad about for other people. It's not part of your life. It's part of my life, and I'm the one who has to struggle with it, and there's no reason for you to feel sad about it, because it's not something that is affecting you directly. Because, I don't know. I don't really know. I'm trying to sound really smart when I'm saying this, but I'm extremely stupid. Gotta be honest, I am extremely stupid, because I have not done videos like this where I just sit down and talk in quite a bit now. It's actually been a little while since I've done just a midnight recording. It's not even midnight, it's just nighttime, but it's been a while. And the funny thing is, now that I think about it, this moment has felt very familiar to me. I feel like I've had like a dream where I've thought of myself in this exact situation. It's like you guys ever have those like deja vu dreams, right? Where you're experiencing something in your daily life and you think to yourself like, huh, this feels oddly familiar. It's like I've been here before. I've experienced this exact moment that's happening before. This is what I feel like very often, and it's a moment that I feel right now. It's a weird feeling to experience and explain when you have like deja vu moments. And it's just a confusing time to feel the way that I do. And if you've experienced a moment like this, then I hope you at least understand what I mean, because it genuinely is a really difficult thing to explain for some reason. When you like feel this way, when you like feel like a deja vu moment is happening. I don't really know how to put it, but I think that's the best way I can. But those moments feel weird because it makes me go back to my brain and like try to like scroll back so much to figure out like what's gonna happen. And I don't know, I'm sure I'll eventually figure it out. Usually when I have moments like this, I immediately think to myself like, oh, today's gonna be a bad day. Today's gonna be a bad time. Something like this, you know? Because usually when I remember things, I know that they're not the greatest memories that I have. So that's just how it is, you know. But I think I'm done for this video. I'm just gonna watch a bit of YouTube, gonna close my game, gonna relax, and I just wanna say I'm gonna stay strong for you guys. I'll come back even better than I do currently. And I hope to see you guys next time when I upload, which is hopefully gonna be next week, if I feel good enough. Or at least a community note on how I feel and I hope to be there for you guys, and I hope to be good background noise, of course. That's usually what I kind of claim to myself as, more than a content creator. I feel like I'm like the little friend who you're like listening to while they're streaming or showing their little games that they're playing. That's the way I usually feel, because I have just the energy to talk so much random stuff when I play. Because OBS to me is like a friend who just listens, you know? That's how it is. OBS to me is like a friend that just listens. And you know what? Let me increase the audio so you guys can hear the music. Let me turn it up. There we go. But yeah, OBS to me has always been like the friend who's willing to listen to everything I say, who's willing to listen to me talk, and through OBS I've oh my god. But through OBS I've had the pleasure of sharing my thoughts and just talking whatever the fuck I feel like talking about, and it's such a great time to have so much freedom, because I feel like if this channel grew too big, even though as much as I really want it really badly, that I gain attraction and make this into like a livable off, and as much as I would really love that, I'm also glad at how small this channel is, because it's a niche. It's a very niche thing to just have someone talk without it being like a playthrough, like a walkthrough or anything like that. It's just me talking with gameplay in the background and me actively doing things in games that I love. And it's such a nice freedom to have, because I wouldn't want to grow my viewer base off of something that I don't like doing anymore. Like how I grew my YouTube channel and gained a lot of views through Ultra Kill, which is a game that I've basically burnt myself out of and given up on now. So just being able to try to find the right people by doing stuff like this is really nice. It's really nice. But with that being said, I hope to see you guys next time. Next week, hopefully. I'll update you guys on how I feel, if I can, during the 2 days that I'll be gone. Take care of yourselves so well. Take care of yourselves properly. Take care of everyone else around you. With that being said, I'll hear from you guys next time. Take care of yourselves. Sleep well. Good night. All of those things. Good morning. Good evening. If whatever you're having. And yeah. Take care. Goodbye.